Been in so many photographs recently. We- um, yeah, it doesn't really work, does it? Um, yes, it is once more. I had a bit of a break for going away and then returning, and then um, not being in a good sort of headspace at the time. So I do apologise for not being around, but as you say, sometimes when you've had a really bad run of things, you just need to step back from everything and just take stock, so to speak. So that's why I've not been around this past week or so. I was done Wednesday when we started these guys last week. Um, still a little bit better. Good evening, Arnold. How are you, buddy? So yes, interesting enough, you may have also noticed behind these little fellows, there's some bigger fellows, and that's because, well, what do I do? Awesome. Hi and good evening. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, I'm just checking through something. Quick. What's it? No. Yeah, so a couple of weeks back, or more than that, about a month back, I was asked to do some beta testing for Battle Builder. So basically, I was asked to have a little look at the website that was in development and see if I could break it, which I was successful. I managed to play, hey, this doesn't quite work out right. This is a bit weird. You might want to have a look at it. So I did my part, and basically they said, like, if you do some nameplates for your Titans, just to see how it all the process goes. Let us know how it sort of feels. Is it very, very ergonomically sort of set up and stuff? So yeah, sure, no worries. So I did that, and the results was that I basically thought, well, as you all know, I have one or two Titans, but there's five that I have, five that I have, which I also have in big scale, which are the ones that you see at Titan Walks. So I thought, okay, well, I'll do the small versions of them. So I done my little tests. So Tacit Venatrix, which is my Warhound, my Ace Warhound, but they're all technically sort of, well, not all of them actually. In the big scale game, they're not all aces. Getting there on majority, but Tacit Venatrix was my first ace Titan, and then it was sort of followed up with Vindicta Templi, who they're pretty much on level pegs now. Now I've got them all set up and know how to run them, and that in the battles that I participate in, they've got a lot of. I've amassed a lot of kills, as you can tell on my kill banner, which is just here. Of the ones I have kill pins for, I have 40 on there. I have, I think, about between 53 to 55 kills out of, I think, 10 walks. So 10 walks, I count a walk as a day. So out of the the walks that I've attended, because I've not attended all of them since I started going in 2019, only the ones that I could make to. But in that time, as I said, I've amassed a lot of kills in glorious battle, Titan battle, which is awesome. Yeah, so obviously with the guys from Battle Builder asked me, I said, yeah, sure, no worries. I've got nothing better to do. I'll help you break things. And as I said, I had a little fiddle around it. It's a really good website. So if you do get into doing like name tags, they also do like tokens and that for like LI and all sorts. So advertisement as such, I'm not getting any kickbacks. I'm just telling you what I've been up to. This is my kickback was 5 of these. They said I could have had more, and I said I'm not greedy. I'm just happy with my name titans. So name titans have all got name tags now, because why not? I did when they first sort of started coming out, and I think it was Versatile Terrain. I did get a lot of name tags from them, and they were on my Legio Solaria Titans. And then I was sort of told, well, like obviously you can't really have that, but I wanted them to be on display at Warhammer World. I was asked if I would leave my Solaria Titans at Warhammer World, but then they noticed I had name tags on it, and they said, well, can't have them because we don't sell them, and we can't be advertising other people's products, which, as a business, it's fair. You don't go into a McDonald's eating a Burger King. That's the sort of thing. So I stripped them off basically, because I was like, waste of money maybe. They looked cool, but I took them off because then I thought it would feel even weirder having all of these Titans, because that was obviously way back. that's like sort of 20. That was 2020, I think. No, actually, no, it was 2019. Sorry, 2019 that was. And yeah, it was. I would have loved to have had my Titans in one of the glass cabinets in Warhammer World, but because I had the nameplates, I couldn't. I haven't been asked back since. So, but anywho, I think that's fine. That's fine. I can live with it. I'm not ashamed or sad or anything like that. Would have been nice. Would have been nice. But yeah, so I've got these little name tags, which will obviously glue onto the front, but we're going to paint them today on tonight's stream. So I'm going to move that around. There's a lot of glare today. I have been moving stuff around, so that's probably not helping. So can you focus? Can you focus? Camera, what is the point? Why? Well, that does say Vindicta Templi. There you go. Vindicta Templi. So if you're after getting hold of some of these for your Titans, or even Knights, they do all base sizes, many different sort of designs. It's very easy to work. So I do recommend it, because they were nice enough to involve me, and to be honest, it was really easy to do. So, and I'm all about doing things really easy. Anywho, how the devil is everybody? What are you up to this week, or last week as well, because I was hardly around really. So what projects are we working on? Are we got anything building up before Christmas hits? This weekend is the London Grand Tournament, or LGT, down in the Lee Valley Athletics Stadium track thing, whatever, down in near Ponders End, or Enfield. So obviously there'll be lots of like games going on there. I shall be down there on the Saturday, because the Titans Owners Club are representing, doing a walk a small walk at LGT. I will not be participating, so I will be there in capacity of being the Forge of Mars, floating around, helping out in game, obviously working the crowd. But yeah, so if anyone is going to be down there this weekend, I'll be there on the Saturday. It's a 3-day event. On the Friday, I believe the guys and girls will be doing hosting like AT, so you can take or go down and see them. There's a lot of stuff going on down there. Then with that, so and then on the Saturday and the Sunday they'll be doing Titan Walk. So they'll be probably setting up on the Friday as well for Saturday. But yeah, they'll be doing some like little AT stuff. So again, if you're down there, pop over, see some Titans, say hello, have a chat with the people because they're all awesome. And then obviously if you're there on a Saturday, hey, I'll be there, and you can say hello, and I'll say hello back. But yes. But what you got? 5th of October, I'm going to the Game Centre of Wayland Games in Hockley. I know it very well because it's like 5 miles that way. They are. Oh, I'm trying to think. Yeah, just to forewarn you, if are you there for a gaming session for the day or something? Because I believe that as of the end of this month, as in this sort of weekend, they are actually closing the food area because they are relocating shortly. So like the gaming area is still available and the shop's still available, but the little area where they would serve food and stuff, I think that's being shut down. No, on shopping spree. All right, cool. Why not? As I say, I shop there often. But 5th. So yeah, that's next Saturday. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm working. Boss is away on holiday. So otherwise, because I think they've changed the hours as well, because they used to be open till 7 on Saturdays, and I remember seeing a message because I'm on like their forums and stuff. Let me just check quickly. Yeah, so from the 1st of October, they're changing the opening and closing times of the area. So on weekends, it's now 9 till 5 on Saturday and Sunday. It used to be sort of 10 till 7 on Saturdays, and then sort of 10 till 5 on Sundays. But now they're going 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on both days. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays is now 5 p.m. until 10:30 p.m. So again, they were open from 4 to 11, but again they've changed. Great start of a 3-week holiday in the UK. Oh well, welcome over here. Trying to think where else, what's happening in October. So I'm assuming you'll be going up to Warhammer World as well at some stage, which obviously is a bit further out. What parts are you visiting? So I'm assuming going into London, obviously coming to Essex. What's your itinerary? Where are you off to, buddy? I did prime this, but just giving its first layer. I'm just doing what I can first, and then been there a couple of times this year. We're going to stay in the south this year. Isle of Wight is one of the goals. Maybe towards Torquay, and I'm back. No, nice. So I've been to the Isle of Wight on day trips in the past when I was, young with my mum and stepdad. So I used to do these little day trips to like places like, say Isle of Wight, Bognor Regis, and several other places, no doubt. Great Yarmouth, yes, Great Yarmouth, Pleasurewood Hills. So there are definitely lots of nice little places. Obviously, with Torquay down towards Devon and Cornwall, there are some really lovely little spots down there for like sightseeing and stuff. And obviously lots of interesting places in between. If you're heading, as I say, towards the south coast and sort of towards Torquay as well, but way before you hit that, if you like a little bit of military history, then you've got Bovington Tank Museum, which is pretty cool. And if you like monkeys, nearby that Bovington Tank Museum is Monkey World, which used to have a TV series on over here. So that's how I knew of Monkey World, and I actually visited it when the kids were young and saw monkeys. But yeah, Bovington Tank Museum is really cool. It has the only working Tiger tank in the world currently. I'm sure they're trying to do more rebuilds and stuff, but obviously parts. But yeah, there's lots of other awesome bits down that way as well. It's currently raining here. Yeah, I used to love watching Monkey World or Monkey Business or whatever they called it. I found it more compelling than most soap operas. And it was interesting to see the stories about all these chimpanzees and orangutans, macaques that were rescued, donated by science laboratories where they used to do testing on them. I said, hey, we've done enough to them here. You look after them. So it's like, oh yeah, here's some free monkeys, some macaques. They were really out of shape. What else? So the plan is with these, okay, black base. I'll be going over these with sort of like warped brass or whatever it's called, bronze. I can't remember the names. It used to be like tin bits, that stuff. Really brown sort of thing. And then I'll be dry brushing over that with some lead belcher. Probably doing a little sort of dry brush on the edges and the lettering with some form of gold. Then giving them agrax. A little more tidying up. And then more. That's the plan. Got let's get hey, Edmund. Edmund? Edmund. Ovin. Erlman. I was mixing your name up, sorry for that. How are you, buddy? Welcome to Wednesday. I know you was on Wednesday yesterday, but it's good to have you here. How's it going, buddy? We're currently working on nameplates for the Titans of the Legio Ignatum. Not bad, walking the dog at the moment. We'll pick up my brush in a while. Yes! The good old days when you used to walk your dog. So, viewers who may not know, Edwin is a long time friend of watching me drink and paint. But he used to tune in like on occasions whilst walking his dog. We used to do like little online sort of like FaceTime types of things. It might be on Discord. I think it was on the Discord. But he'd literally like be walking along over in his hometown in Sweden, walking the dog while I was watching what was going on and chatting with us. Right. And also, we have a new addition to the team. We have the 40 Scientific Vortex Mixer. This was a present from my hobby daughter Ivy. She emigrated to Japan this Monday, so she sent it out to us last week to take up the mantle of shaking my paints. So that was very nice of her, very unexpected of her, and she's now in the land of the rising sun. She's probably the time now. Probably having lunch about now. I think it's about 8-10 hours behind, something like that. So you can hear it. Yes. So, Vortex Mixer, it works. Fun enough, my original Vortex Mixer was a birthday present that Ivy got me a couple of years ago. So, yes, she is my Vortex dealer. So what else is happening? I'm this year. I haven't done a sort of an official sort of thing, but I will be putting an entry into the Gundam Build World Championships for the UK or UK selection. So that's happening. Well, starting to happen soon. So I'll probably be doing. Some of my streams will be dedicated to working on that because it's like a diorama feature you're doing using Gundam. Obviously, they do encourage sort of like mixing of kits to sort of like make them a little bit more unique and all that. But I've got an idea what I want to do. But yeah, they Bandai UK reached out to me and basically like, you know, could we interest you in participating as like, you know, as a influencer. And I said, yeah, sure. I was thinking about doing it anyway because a friend of mine, she's Jade, she's really into Gundam and she's quite sort of enthusiastic. And when I'm around enthusiastic people, I sort of absorb that enthusiasm. And obviously, you know that I'm into Gundam anyway. But yeah, it was quite nice to sort of like say like, hey, do you like want to do some stuff? Do you want to build some Gundam? So so I'll be doing that shortly. And so I've just literally, there's only been the last like day, well, yesterday is when I got contacted and I confirmed with them today. So that's in the offing. So there will be more Gundam stuff in the near future. I've got some go and do some shopping really for bits and pieces. Read up on what the guidelines are as well, because I know you can't use like 3D printed stuff. So it is like doing a proper sort of thing. You can't also use like stuff from other IPs. So it is like a from scratch type scenario, as far as I'm aware. So I've got an idea, just making it a reality. Ooh. Rob Walters, I was on him about it as well, so I can see him doing really well, because Rob is just amazing when it comes to doing base work and stuff. Whereas me, yeah, I can do a Titan base, but I want to do something different, you know, really push myself in this respect, sort of thing. Because sometimes you can't just always just sit somewhere feeling like, oh yeah, I'm comfortable. You've got to get out of that zone and really sort of like, you know, make a go of something and just see what you can do. It's a challenge. I'd say I want to do some like water feature, yeah, so like resin pours and stuff. But that's what I'm looking at doing. I've got until November. We're almost into October. So, yeah. I shall be doing that. I'll probably, let's say, once I've finished up here and do some shopkeeping sort of thing, I'll get onto that. Hopefully, you know, if you get top 3 places, get prizes, you know, that would be nice. First place in the UK would be really awesome, purely because you will get sent to Japan to represent at the finals sort of thing, because they do like from around the world. Obviously there's different regions and all that, and they have their own thing, so the winner of each region will be sent out to Japan with their model and to represent. And who wouldn't like to go to Japan? I've been to Japan once, but I unfortunately, on my bad really, because I organised the trip, it was a stopover, but we only stopped over for 10 hours, so there was no point like leaving the airport to go into Tokyo, because the airport in question was outside of Tokyo. So the time you sort of get out, get through and get over, you know, haven't really got the time. I should have really should have done a couple of days there, because we was going on this round the world trip to New Zealand and Australia back in 2001. So I should have done that. Didn't regret it, although the 10 hours in Narita Airport was interesting because it's like every sort of anime you thought of, you know, especially like because most animes are set in schools. All the checking girls there were basically like school girls, like knee-high socks and like going around a little gang going "Ee," and stuff like that. It was bonkers. But I was really impressed with like just the whole place really. It's a wonderful country. I've watched so many sort of like documentaries and stuff, and like James May a few years ago did Our Man in Japan, like a 5-6 episode tour of from going from the North Island all the way down to the bottom island and places in between, and it was quite interesting. But yeah, I'm going to say it's one of my regrets not spending enough time in Japan. So, you know, if I somehow fluke it and won the UK and got sent over there, I'm not complaining. Is that a Legio Ignatum banner behind you? That is a Legio Ignatum banner behind me, because this is... Oh, sorry. So that is Donna Magna, Grant's Greatness. So that is fixed because that's the loadout it has in my, you know, Titan pack. We then have Tacit Venatrix, which is a badass killer of Titans. It's one of my ace Titans. She has amassed about 17 kills in Titan walks for the Titans Owners Club, which isn't too shabby. We then have the latest Titan in my collection, which is Raptorus. Originally comes with a pocket launcher. She normally deploys with a Vulcan Mega Bolter, because a friend of mine gave me one that was 3D printed. So I have used Vulcan Mega Bolter more so than the Apox. And twin melter cannons for all your blasting needs. We then have a Titan of Legend, the original. Well, actually, not the original, because this is the replica, the miniature replica of the big one, which is the original, Iracundus. As you can see, if it would ever focus in on here, it does actually say Iracundus. 32, which the number it's was. Again, fixed weapons, because it has fixed weapons. It doesn't have any other loadout. So this is the Mars pattern Hun class Reaver Titan with Gatling Blaster, Las Blaster, and Apocalypse Missile Launcher. And that's the small version. And then we have Vindicta Templi. Just pull out a little bit. So this is a replica of my Warlord that I've got. So it's a behemoth, to say the least. I've got to update this as well, really, because on the weapons, like the shields here, it's actually got some different decals on it, so I've got to update that. Double melter so you can miss twice. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, so I replicated my Titans in small, because of course you would. So very beautiful. I'm building a War Master as we speak, the one with the 2 plasma guns. Yep. Any recommendation how to obtain Legio Ignatum symbols and such? Yeah, well, obviously, Games Workshop do decals. I'll be talking obviously AT ones, aren't we? Because they do AT decals, whether or not they've got them in stock. Obviously, if you are in near Nottingham, they do sometimes have them in stock in the store itself. So that's always worth, if you're ever up there, pop in, have a look, because they sometimes, if they're not showing on the web page, they might have them in the store. apart from that, you can go to Scumbag for Customs, who is a guy who basically does amazing decals. I'd got some for my Legio Vulturum, because obviously a few people that I know do Vulturum. They were getting them for their big Titans and little Titans. So I got a sheet from them. They were quick dispatch, reasonably priced as well. So they are about the same price as what you'd be paying from Forge World, but they are really good quality. Like he prints in white and metallics as well. So they're really, really cool. But yeah, they're definitely worth looking at. But the yeah, so I've really got to. I'm just looking over these Titans. I've got to give them a little bit of a brush up, really. To be fair, they need a little bit more work because I haven't touched these in like years. Literally, these are 3 of them. Well, 4 of them were pretty much like from 2018. So these are like 6 years old. So yeah, I think Rapturus is the youngest because at the time I only had 4 big Titans, so I only had the 4 done, and I added Rapturus about 2 years ago when I got Rapturus. Although it was a model that I'd already built and painted, I just basically done a little bit of surgical tweak and the colours basically. So yeah, that's my big Titans in miniature. We've got the nameplates for the Titans. So they got the weapons. It's only Rapturus and Vindicta Templi that I can still, magnetize weapons and pop out. But that is the standard loadout. The only other loadout I've got for Vindicta Templi is a Power Claw, Ariat Power Claw, because that's what he came with. That was what he was at standard, and that's what I had as standard with my big one. Was when I got it, because the Ariat Power Claw is just awesome. Looks absolutely brutal. Sun Fury Plasma Annihilator, I just love it, and I love the Las Blasters. Right, so they should be done. Talking of War Masters, so there is Vindicta Manibus, which is the War Master that appears in the books, the AT books. So when the War Master came out, as seen in the Loyalist book, that's the artwork that Louise Sugden actually did. I tried replicating the decals as best I could with what was on there. And this has got the little dudes. I'm just going to check because I think there might be a bit of moisture or something on. So there's definitely a shine. Well, that's a bit better. Obviously some spare dudes. So Imperial Fist going through the ruins. Vindicta Templi standing upon Remains of a Legio Demicium Titan. So that's obviously from the Finger of Retribution, whatever that was. I can't remember the first part. Where the Firewolves actually turn up at Urdesh in one of the campaign books they did. So that's the big guy himself. So he has been quite a good Titan for me in painting competition wise. I got a silver in the Legends of Paint at Warhammer World earlier this year, and he also got at Salute the made the cut, so it sort of got a commendation basically. So that's pretty cool. Looking at the main store, they're no longer there. Said they're no longer selling them. As crappy as it is, I'm still looking to get my hand on some. Well, Scumbag for Customs. There's a certain way of spelling it actually. Scumbag Custom, sorry. So it's Scum. There you go. That'll probably be easier if you could focus. Can you focus, please? No, you're not going to focus. There you go, Scumbag Customs. So that's who you want for all your decals. They do them in 28mm and AT scale, or they'll have a selection of stuff because obviously you can't get hold of them. So yeah, they do them. So definitely worth going there and grabbing some. Glass. So right, let us continue. Very nice. So main Night Lords for LIHH and even a small custom Primaris army. That's cool. As you can see, I've got these are Emperor's Children. Well, they're Emperor's Children. They are purple and they're grey as well. So adds to the accents. So this is actually the second lot of this box set. So I've got 2 lots of Leviathans. So 8 Leviathans, 8 Doredios, 8 Rapiers. Well, 4 Rapiers and 4 quad cannons, and then 4 Tarantulas and 4 Helios. So a nice selection. 3rd Legion, woo, yes. I'm back in, should get down to painting, have quite a way to go before MWW. MWW? What's MWW? Was that wrestling? Are you liking the wrestling? Mount Mo Wargaming Weekend. So yes, wrestling. I'm glad we cleared that up. I'm bringing my Hereticus EC Solar and first ever 28mm night. Ooh, bringing the big guns and a night. Emperor's Children are awesome. They're as well as mentioned in the Black Book, where it actually states they were the best Legion. It's there in black and white. They were the best Legion. Nice. So I'm just clearing out this gunk in the lid. Nice. So that's the old booba shaker, or the new booba shaker. So that's Coolio. Grundis. Sand. I'll have to check. I just received a message from a friend of mine who's actually working on his first Warhound. He just sent me over an update of what he's doing with it. So I'll check in on that momentarily. I'm just going to Nice. All good. Right. Beep, 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 beep. There's the egg rats added on. Oh, magnets. Right. I think I need to find something. So I'm just going to over here where there's stuff to look through. Oh. the old boober shaker working. So looking up stuff. I'm going to get the hairdryer out. Yeah, you should. I'm just going to give them a blast of varnish first before applying that, because I'm probably going to try and watering down this Nihilak oxide just a smidge, just so it flows a little bit easier over these bits. Two at a time. Some contrast paints in particular are really annoying to get properly mixed. Yeah, so they do a job at the end of the day, and they do it well. It's a little bit rainy outside. What units are these? Well, these here are Deredio dreadnoughts with autocannons, Deredio dreadnoughts with plasma cannons, Leviathan with melter, cyclonic melter blaster, I think, and a siege claw. So those two. The ones at the back have the storm cannon, which is basically like a quad auto cannon with again a siege drill. These here are quad mortars. These are rapiers. These two here are tarantulas, so they're automated, limited, Mechanicus AI. Well, not AI, but automated las cannons, and they're the Helios versions, which are anti-air missiles. They are for Legions Imperialis, Emperor's Children. That I've got an army that I'm building up. I've actually already got one set. This is one box of artillery and dreadnought box. I can't remember the actual name for it, but it has, that's what you get in a box of that. So 4 of the contemptors, 4 Leviathans, 4 artillery. Obviously, having more is helpful. So that's my second lot of them. These guys here are my 5 Adeptus Titanicus versions of my big titans. So Vindicta Templi, which is the Warlord, Iracundus, the Reaver Titan, Raptorus, the other one, Reaver, and then you have Tacit Venatrix there, and Donna Magna here. So these are, as I say, replicas of my large scale Titans, but in small scale. And the reason why they're out, because these are what I was working on previously, and I've sort of finished them, is that I was asked by Battle Builder a month ago to just like beta test their website before they went live, to see if I could break it. There was like several other people involved as well, so it's just basically so they can get some like CC back on the experience basically, and if I could break it, if there was any like glitches or whatever that I found. So they basically asked me to print out or design my name tags I wanted, and I did that. It's really straightforward, point and click, choose whatever base size name tag that you want. Then what shape that name tag is, because there's like, probably around about 20 different designs for these tags, sort of thing, and the writing therein as well, like the fonts that you can use. And they're all according to the size. So these two here are for these because they're rounded, so you need that more concave. These two are for the ones for the Reaver Titans, and then the big one for the larger Warlord Titan base. So I was just getting them painted up for this evening, so I could actually stick them on to their bases, because they said, like, oh, you could print more. I said, well, I don't need more. And that's enough for me. I'm not greedy. I don't want to, if I do want to get some more in the future, I know where to go to because it was easy to do. So yeah, that was my little helping out some of my friends who were setting up their new online 3D printing store, so Battle Builder. I don't get any kickbacks or anything like that, but as I said, I like things simple. That was as simple as it can get, really. So even an old fuddy-duddy like me could actually do it. But yes, it is all good. No, these aren't printed. These are all official. I don't really do printed models. I have, like, in the past bought like stuff that aren't related to Games Workshop because I have connections and friendships within Games Workshop, and that's a bit hypocritical of me to print out stuff. Because if you don't support, it sounds weird, they're a multi-billion pound company, but still, if something's not popular, they drop it. So if everyone starts printing out like Titans and Knights and stuff like that, and they never look the same. I've seen some of these things, and because my OCD is that it's not the same, anything like that just puts me off them straight away. So I've only ever bought proper GW plastic kits, or obviously resin parts and all that sort of thing from Games Workshop, like the upgrade kits and stuff like that. But yeah, I know people that do that, but that's them. That's not me. I don't do that. As I said, I support the hobby in as much as that if I'm buying Titans, then they'll make more Titans because people are buying them. If you're not buying them, they drop them. That's how business works. Right, let's try this last bit, he says. You might be able to hear the rain actually coming down. It's a tad bit wet. Again, just going over the rim again. And the obviously letters to help highlight the lettering. Although you can't quite see the Nixelak or whatever it's called. It's really some of these names, honestly. that's actually working. Some point. That's better. Excellent, it works. So that is pretty much it, really. And the rain is coming down even heavier now. Yeah, it's actually, I like a bit of rain. Um, and you say it's nice when you're not in it, but you can hear it. That little rhythm. Very calming at the end of the day. So, classic Bellatrix. Donna Magna. Well, that's Eric Under, so we've already sort of seen that one. That Taurus. And you can tell, obviously, that these are original ones because they're very basic bases. Literally, with the first batch of Titans that I got back in 2018, I didn't start doing this with the kits for the Civitas kits until I started doing my third Legio, which was Solaria. So that would have been end of 2018, start 2019. It was, I know, 2019, yeah. Because it was the last Horus Heresy Weekender up at East Midlands Airport, a hotel up there, instead of the Belfry where it used to be. The very last one. And I got to put some Titans out alongside Guy Haley's personal Legio Solaria Titans, which he bought. He built himself the maniple that is featured in the book that he wrote called Titan Death. And I was like really impressed with like how he painted his ones. And I love Titan Death. Yeah, I picked it up at the Black Library Weekender in 2018 in November, along with Spears of the Emperor, and I also bought Corax as well, which is a novella. And yeah, but it wasn't until I started work on Legio Solaria that I did these bases. So my very first ones had very basic bases, as you can see. So this wasn't my first Warlord that I built. I think that was like my second or third, maybe. But yeah. So like Thousand Suns, fucked up Rhino. Woo, just drop a Titan as you do. But yeah, so that's done really. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it there. So I've got things in the pipeline. Obviously, I should hopefully have some stuff for Armored Clash, which is the Dystopian Wars version of Legions Imperialis, or their own small miniatures, like 8mm, 9mm, whatever, that they're doing. I hopefully should be getting some review copy stuff soon-ish. So once I do, I will get onto them and start building and painting some of them. So that'll be interesting. And also with the Gundam build World Championships, UK rounds. So hopefully I'll get going with that as well. But yeah, so I'll just have to say thank you very much for popping in, hanging out for a couple of hours, and hopefully, yeah, well, as I say, LGT this weekend. So I'll be on. Might be a little bit later than planned, but I will be on. But yeah, have at it. So happy hump day to everyone. Hope the rest of your week goes a lot smoother than everything else until here. But yeah, I'll catch up with you on Saturday from 8 p.m. Or +1 if you're in Europe, like Sweden. I'll catch you later on, Edvin. Cheers for dropping by, buddy. And I look forward to seeing your stuff on the interwebs. Peace out, people. And let's not get washed away in the torrential rains. So there.